Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. Good day everybody. I hope you're doing really well. Today we are looking at something new from Nikon. It's not a brand new camera, but it is a new version of one that many people already love. Nikon has released a fresh variant of the Zf, and this time it comes in a classic silver finish. The look is inspired by Nikon cameras from the 70s and 80s. It has that retro vibe, with dials, buttons, and a design that feels straight out of the past but with today's technology inside. From every angle, it looks stylish and elegant. It's hard to believe, but almost 2 years have passed since the original Zf launched in 2023 alongside the Z8. Now Nikon is giving the Zf what many call a midlife update. We see this happen often with cameras and even with cars. Instead of building a new model from scratch, they refresh the existing one with a new design or small tweaks. In this case, the change is aesthetic. Internally, the silver Zf is the same as the black model. There are no new sensors, no new processors, and no big changes in hardware. It's simply a new version for those who want a different style. If you already own a Zf, you probably don't need to buy this one. It's not aimed at current owners who already enjoy the camera. Instead, it's designed to attract new buyers, people who may have been holding off but now feel tempted because of the retro silver look. I personally own the Zf myself. Mine is the Sunset Orange Edition, which looks fantastic with the black body. I even use a grip that makes it easier to hold. I enjoy it a lot, and I don't feel the need to buy the silver version. But for those who don't have one yet, this could be a great time to jump in. Of course, this is not something Nikon decided overnight. Cameras take years of planning. When the Zf launched in 2023 and was successful, Nikon probably made the decision then to expand the line. 2 years later, here we are. This is very similar to what they did with the ZFC, which also had different versions released later on. It's a strategy that works well. Nikon is not alone in doing this. Fujifilm, for example, has built a huge following by making retro-inspired cameras. Their X100 series is extremely popular, and every new version sells out quickly. They also have their medium format models with compact designs that carry the same vintage feel. Retro works because it connects people emotionally to the cameras. It makes them look stylish, unique, and fun. Nikon has clearly seen this trend, and they are now offering their own version of it with the Zf. Retro cameras have a charm that modern, plain black cameras don't always have. They look cool, and they appeal to younger audiences as well. A silver Zf is not just a tool. It's a fashion statement, a lifestyle piece, something that stands out around your neck. Nikon's marketing in places like Australia shows they are targeting a wide audience with this. The retro style makes the camera more attractive, even to people who are not hardcore photographers. But looks are only one part of the story. The Zf is also a capable machine. Some people enjoy the physical dials and switches because it makes photography more hands-on. Adjusting shutter speed or ISO manually feels satisfying. At the same time, you don't have to use it like that. The Zf can also work just like a modern camera with digital controls, or you can simply set it to auto and shoot without worrying about settings. This flexibility makes it great for beginners and experienced shooters alike. In terms of performance, the Zf is very strong. It shoots 4K video up to 60 frames per second, and the quality is excellent. It has in-body image stabilization, which keeps footage smooth and photos sharp, even when you are handheld. The sensor inside is similar to what we see in the Z5 too, and that means you get beautiful image quality. It's not only a photography camera but also a great tool for content creation and video work. One of the biggest advantages of the Zf is the lens ecosystem. The Z mount gives you access to a wide variety of modern Nikon lenses. On top of that, you can adapt older f-mount lenses, Canon EF lenses, or even Sony lenses. That opens up huge possibilities, especially if you or your family already own older gear. Putting vintage lenses on this retro-style body creates a perfect match. Nikon has also released their own retro-inspired lenses to pair with the ZF. The 28mm f/2.8 and the 40mm f/2 are two grade X amples. They are compact, affordable, and designed to match the retro look of the camera. Nikon even added silver accents to these lenses, which now perfectly match the new silver edition of the ZF. It's a clever design choice that shows Nikon knows how important style can be. When it comes to price, things are simple. The silver edition will cost the same as the black version in most markets. The only difference is that the black version has been out longer, so some retailers may offer discounts or deals on those units. But officially, the recommended retail price stays the same. For collectors, this new version will be very exciting. Some people love owning every version of a camera, whether it's Nikon, Canon, or Sony. They like to build a complete set. For them, the silver ZF is a must-buy. But for regular users, it really comes down to personal taste. Do you like the silver design more, or are you happy with the black? Are you willing to trade your black model for silver, or will you stay with what you already have? These are personal choices, and Nikon knows not everyone will switch. Alongside this new release, Nikon also announced something else. A new film grain feature is coming through a firmware update in 2025. This will let you add grain to your photos and videos, giving them a classic film look. You will be able to choose the grain size and adjust the strength, which means plenty of creative options. For photographers who enjoy the vintage feel, this will be a welcome addition. Nikon has also updated the firmware for the 50mm f/1.8s lens. This update fixes a very rare bug that could cause the camera to lock up. If you own that lens, it's a good idea to install the update as soon as possible. It's always nice to see Nikon continuing to support their lenses and cameras with updates. So, in the end, what do we have? The Nikon Zf Silver Edition is not a brand new camera, but it is still exciting. It keeps all the strengths of the original Zf, with a new style that many people will love. It combines retro looks with modern performance, and that combination is powerful. For new buyers, it's a fantastic option. For collectors, it's another piece to add to the shelf. For existing ZF owners, it's probably not necessary, but it's still tempting for anyone who loves the silver design. It's always good to see Nikon keeping the ZF family alive and fresh. It shows they understand the appeal of retro-inspired cameras and the demand in the market. Cameras are not only about specs anymore. They are also about design, emotion, and style. The ZF Silver Edition is proof of that. So, what about you? Are you sticking with black, or will you switch to silver? Maybe this is your first ZF, and this new version finally pushed you to get one. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on Spec Hunter, I'd love to see you again. Please subscribe, like the video, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the latest updates. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.